Yo, what's going on, guys? How is everybody's day going? Happy Friday to everybody. What's going on? uh, been real busy lately, you know. I know you guys been knowing I've been doing a lot of networking lately. Had my boy Yeti help me. Thanks, Yeti. How's your guys' Friday going? I've been just busy these last 3 days, man. Just nothing but like doing all the Cat 6 and terminating cables and setting up VLANs and for the subnets. It's been crazy. The last 2 days, I've learned a lot about networking. So definitely been a long 2 days for me. So if you guys didn't know, I did do a video on some of the stuff I got from Dratec. So this is the company I went with right here, Dratec. It is a UK based company. So turn that up a little bit. So I went with the 2962 router. It's a dual WAN router. Now I did have some initial issues. Oh yes, I was waiting for that. Any question why you didn't go Ubiquity? So I'll get into that. So sorry. Also, to note as well, I am moving my studio. I'm in my new room, which is probably very echoey right now. So this was my guest room. Everything's out of it. I literally just have the desk and everything to record and do stuff in here. Nothing else is in here yet. I plan on like redoing the whole room. I want to get a really nice setup in here. So I just put the Yeti banner up behind me and I called it good. I just been really busy with networking. But to answer the question about Ubiquity, so I got this dual WAN 2962 router from Dratec, as well as their 24 port switch with 8 ports for link aggregation and an access point, and I had it overnight delivered to my house, and it was still cheaper than Ubiquity by $300. So from a cost perspective, I think it's great. This is 100% enterprise level grade networking gear. If you don't know anything about it, you're gonna lose your mind and get some more gray hair like I got going here, doing this kind of stuff. But I had a lot, there's quite a few times where it was getting really frustrating, but I learned a lot from Yeti. I did have a little bit of help from Mr. Woolley as well. So just shout out to those guys who helped me throughout this. The only issue I really ran into with my dual WAN setup is this is the part that was a pain. CenturyLink for their fiber requires you to, well, it doesn't require because most people don't know about it, but if you want to use your own router and you have CenturyLink fiber, you need to put a VLAN tag on the WAN side in order to get your internet connectivity in, or else even if you put the PPPoE login information, you won't get access. You have to put VLAN tag 201 for your CenturyLink, right? It's just everybody has to do it. The problem is since both my WANs were using a VLAN tag of 201, the router did not know to differentiate. Like I want WAN 2 to go over here and I want WAN 1 to go over here, but they're both using the same VLAN tag and there's no way to change that because I need that for connectivity. So we had to go into the load balancing and go into the routing section of that and actually put in some pretty much like static routing, like this subnet here uses this WAN over here, this subnet on this VLAN uses this WAN over here. So it was a pain, but man, we got it working today and it's amazing. I love the setup. Put a lot of work into this. Huge shout out to me and Yeti were on call pretty much for like the last 2 days. But he knows I appreciate him. I sent him a nice thank you present. Really appreciate all of his hey it was it was great learning though, because this is an area that I haven't learned a lot about this stuff. So it's good that I learned about it and I picked up a lot of good skills from Yeti. He taught me a lot about VLANs and all that stuff. So it was a really good learning experience. So let's just do a roll call here. So I know we've seen Mr. Max Voltage. What's going on, Max? We have Melissa Reynolds Van Maldenglam. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. I'm terrible with names. Dan Ruggs Horse Coins, Geek of all trades, of course, Mr. Yeti. He is the mining community's like tech, guru king here as far as knowledge. Steven Cicero, No Excuse, Moet Mining, as well as Mental Mining UK, and see if I missed anybody else. Those are the listed participants here. Hey, what's going on? No Excuse. Sorry about everybody. I just got the stickers out today. I'm sorry. I've been seriously at my house, like waking up just doing networking all day. It's been crazy. Hey Moat, hey man, how you doing, my friend? How's everything going? Moat is actually the guy over on Flux that I say he runs it, but I'll say he helps facilitate all the testnet coins. So he's a great member of the Flux team over there. So he helps out with that. So he's a good guy. You saw it anyway. Doing your network, and what was that? I had to read that. And oh yeah. So while he was on call with me and we were troubleshooting this to get the WANs to go to the particular subnets to the different VLANs, because I have about I think 5 or 6 different VLANs. At that time, he was also troubleshooting an ASIC for Chump. So he was working overtime today. Oh, we got Big Wooly in the house. What's going on, Big Wooly? Also, Big Wooly, your first Minecraft, hosting service bill will be invoiced to you shortly. Money King, I messed up. Oh, you better not, dude. You mess up my network, I will drive right to your house and kick your ass. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, now that everything's working, it's awesome. But to get it to this point, it was definitely challenging, as well as I had to help the guy who was doing the Cat 6. I worked out a deal with him. I said, hey man, I'll help any way I can. You need me to do work, whatever. And I'll terminate the Cat 6, right, on the keystones and the plugs and all that stuff, right? I'll do all that stuff. You don't have to do it. Can you cut me any kind of a deal? So I was helping him fish it through the walls, and I was doing the termination, and he cut his price in half. So worked out for me, and I didn't have to crawl in the attic. So really nice guy. He runs his own company by himself, and he's usually about 30 days out. He just says he's just swamped with work for the last year. A lot of people doing their own networking and like TVs and security cameras, and they're always calling him. So he was a really nice guy, and I'll probably, if I ever need any more work, I'll definitely call him again. So yeah, this is the router I went with. They do sell a PoE version of this router, but it's going to cost you a few $100 more. If you need PoE and you're only going to use it for like maybe 1 or 2 ports, I suggest what I used, because I only have one piece of equipment that's PoE on my network right now, which is my access point. So I just use a PoE injector. So I just didn't see the need to spend a few extra $100. I don't plan on using a bunch of PoE. So the specs on this thing is it is a dual WAN router. It is capable of doing 2.5 gigabit on the one RJ45 jack. This thing is just amazing, man. It was a huge learning curve though. Like if you guys are gonna get into this kind of stuff, you're gonna need patience, and that's something that Mr. Wooly will definitely attest that I don't have a lot of. But other than that, what else is going on with you guys? You guys have a good week, man? Is everybody still mining? You guys turned off? You guys get any more nodes going on there? What's everybody up to? let's go check on my Flux mining right now, since here, actually, that's just gonna take us to the regular site. Let's just Geek of all trades just picked up a 1660 Ti. How many? Picked up more 1660 Ti cards. Okay, nice, man. 1660 Ti's aren't bad. They're good little efficient cards, and they're relatively cheap nowadays, right? They're not very expensive anymore since the market has totally just went down. I'm sure you could probably pick them up for probably 60 or 80 bucks, you know, each if you find a good deal on them. Yes, so they did change their loyalty. I did see a notice about that. That it's now down to 2 Flux instead of, it was 4, now it's 3, now it's 2. I do see that they're doing this, and I'm sure it's just because of the amount of people that are coming on there. They're still trying to give back to everybody, right? But I could see it in the same sense too, that you can only give away so much, right? Before you start like getting negative. So, you know, still for it, man. 2 Flux a week, man, is better than 0, right? Uh-oh, what's Max Voltage got here? We bought another computer to build a node with, and building a mining rig of 6700 XTs. Well, Max, I thought you weren't buying hardware, man. What's going on, Max? Max is building a new rig? What the heck is going on here? And it's AMD. Oh, no, sorry, not 6700s. I misread that. It says 5700 XTs. Well, very cool, Max. You're probably the person I would not expect to be building right now. 5700s. No excuse says, I've been picking up some cheap CPUs. Finally got around to setting up a couple. Oh, are you setting up some CPU miners? I've been messing with it a little bit. You know, I've been really busy this week, so yeah, I need to record my content coming up here because I have nothing. I just been swamped doing networking, and I need to redo my studio, so it's going to be a really long weekend. Oh yeah, Max probably has a few 1660 Ti's. Oh, here we go. Mawat says, for your sale at Micro Center, 129 bucks for a 3600. Oh, what? And a motherboard? Man, dude, I don't have any Micro Centers near me though, man. When I used to live in Washington, I wasn't near one, and now that I live in Arizona, the closest one's California to me. I think I don't even remember what location it is, but it's like 5 or 6 hours away from my house. So, damn, man. Wish I lived near a Micro Center. That's a good deal. 129 bucks for 3600 and a motherboard. Steven Cicero says, I want to get a server to mess around with Unraid and VMs. Definitely, man. Servers are very cool. I do need, that's something I'm gonna try and get around to this weekend, but dude, I still have to redo my whole studio setup and everything. But if I get time to make that video, I want to mess with Proxmox. So I believe that's free. So it's an open sourced like hypervisor. So it doesn't charge you anything. So I don't have any experience with it, but I know some people have recommended it. So I think I was gonna maybe try and do a video on Proxmox. I think that would be really cool. That way, I've done content on Unraid, I've done content on ESXi, and then I'll be Proxmox. Mental Mining UK says, I've been buying some Ryzen CPUs with bent pins and fixing them, setting up more CPU miners. So I would say over the last 2 years, when I've had to like uninstall like a CPU cooler and like put like an AIO on one of them or something like that, I've only bent one, and it was like 1 or 2 pins, I think, and it was on the Ryzen 1600 AF, which the AF version is essentially a 2600, so 6 cores and 12 threads. And I just nudged them just a little bit back and worked like a charm. So it really depends on how bad, and how many of the pins have been, I guess. So I guess you probably get it relatively cheap because most people just toss those things away. So has anybody been checking out the new Neoxa like GTA 5 server? Man, that thing is crazy. I was in there late last night when Hawk and DJ were playing, and I was playing medic. And I'm not like an EMT in the game or anything, right? I'm just myself. These guys were getting slaughtered by these other guys, and I was just picking them up and putting them on my bike, and I was biking to the hospital to drop them off. Oh man, dude, that game is, yeah, dude, it's insane. Yeah, I mean it's good fun. I mean, so I would say from a user standpoint, right? The how to get started and like how to get jobs and like how to get going in the game is very very limited. Like you have to have previous experience knowing how to do this kind of stuff. So one, I think they should maybe um you know how like GTA has like, everything on the map where it tells you where like go over here to complete this quest. Like I think it needs to be more like that. And then maybe for more advanced users, you could just turn the feature off, right? Because I'm used to playing Grand Theft Auto, right? Just regular. I've not a lot of experience playing the role playing other than what I played on Neoxa. And man, when you first start on that server, like it was so hard to figure everything out. It's 100% different than what you play regular Grand Theft Auto as. Oh, Mental Minus says they were bad. I used a razor blade to fix them to take some time and patience, but worth a go. And yeah, they're pretty cheap. Yeah, that's really cool, man. There's always a way that you can kind of, find things like that if you're willing to take the time and patience to do stuff like that. To be honest, I'm spread really thin right now, so I don't have the time to rebend CPU pins, or I'd just go buy a whole bunch and then sit here. I don't have the time for that, or else I would. And then let's go back up to Max's here. These are 5700 XTs that were on a RevTech board, but building on a regular motherboard using a server power supply. Yeah, and the ZSX board from Parallel, will be able to control turning them off via HiveOS. Max, this is your problem, man, is you keep trying to turn off your mining rigs. Just leave them on. There's no need to turn them off. Seriously, no need to turn off the rig. No need. Just let them go. Oh man, I love giving Max a hard time about that. Oh, so I just got enough to actually start another node, but I don't know. I might try and save up and just do another Nimbus. Not sure if I'm going to do Cumulus. The Cumulus is so far away in its payouts right now. I think it's like twice a month. Don't make me regret buying you. Oh man, do I owe you, Max? Is that it for the Powerball thing? Am I supposed to pay you back for those? You let me know. DM me, man. So, Moa, yes, you are very correct. So there's an equation though, right? It's either you need to run a crap load of Cumulus nodes that's just gonna like annihilate your bandwidth, or you run the Nimbus, which is a lot less to take care of, as well as it's a lot less on your bandwidth side as well, right? So yeah, I mean, so yes, if you run more Cumulus, you will make more, but you will use more bandwidth. So if you have the bandwidth, I mean, yeah, you can do it. So yeah, it is. See, exactly. See, I would rather get a tiny bit less, and then I only have to worry about one Nimbus node, right? Or two, or whatever. So, oh, but that is the fun of it. Yeah, managing, like what, like 16 or 24 cumulus nodes or whatever. Well, yeah. See, Max has the other point that I was gonna bring up here in a second. Is so cumulus nodes, right? Let's say you go down and it's during the time that it's benchmarking, like it's actually going to benchmark for Flux, then you're going to lose your spot in line, right? So instead of, say you're 7 days in, it goes down, it's down too long, boom, all right, you're back to 15 days, right? If my Nimbus node goes down, I'm only down for like 3 days, right? The wait time for the line is much, much shorter than the cumulus nodes. It is. Chris Iverson still say a crap load of cumulus nodes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, if you do the math, if you let's say you're gonna do two Stratus nodes, right? That's 80,000 flux, right? Is it more? We'll call it profitable to run two Stratus nodes or to run 80 cumulus nodes. Well, one, you're going to have to consider the bandwidth requirements, right? Because I think that's right at around like 2 gigabit per second up and down each way. So you have to take into consideration the internet requirement to run that many. But as far as how much it produces, yes, you will make more with the 80 cumulus nodes than the 2 Stratus nodes. But the bandwidth requirements is what is really going to, creep up on you and catch up to you. Let's see what Mod says here. Well, see, the guys that run Nimbus, they don't want to go down because it's a big loss. The cumulus nodes drop off a lot. Yeah, they do. What, you're up to 26 cumulus nodes, Chris Irish? Dude, you are insane. 26. Whoa, man, that is a lot to manage. I was up to 8 cumulus, and then I consolidated to 1 Nimbus. So I traded some of my ETH away. Or actually, I traded all of my ETH that I had left. It's all gone. No more ETH held. It's all in my Flux. Yeah, well, right, because the wait time can change because so many people are getting kicked off that the wait time gets less. You are correct, Mawat. That wait time does fluctuate. All right. Well, I've been streaming here for a little bit. Let's go ahead and let's pull some of these winners. So we are gonna do the 5 mining ones here. So let's see, there is 2,852 you guys here that could win $50 in Flux. 2,852. Make sure I entered it in right. I did. So pick my address, please. This guy. All right. So here we go for the weekly. This is for the 5 miners for $50 in Flux. There will also be another drawing for the 1.7 kilosol 48-hour hash rate. Now, Flux is also giving away, I believe, something for their 100 Titan nodes as well. So make sure to go check out their Discord, guys. Flux is probably the most active group that I've ever come across. These guys are always doing something. Here, Max Voltage just got 2 cumulus nodes payouts today. Oh, there you go, Max. Look at you, big baller. All right, first winner is 1679. You know, it's probably not a good thing that I put my camera right where my monitor is, my second monitor here. There we go, 1679. There's their address. I'm gonna put it here in the chat. Here's the first winner for the $50 in Flux. We're gonna put it on the notepad here. All right. So let's go ahead. Let's pull in. We'll do another one. 381. Whoa, boy, that's a big jump back up here. Here we go. 381. Yeti, come on, man. We talked about this. Yeah, I know, man. Oh, here we go. There is lucky winner number 2. You know, as long as I've been doing this, I haven't seen mine come up. But, you know, I bet you somebody took mine down and was like, if mine comes up, like, Mining King cheated. 1485 is the third winner here. Up here, 1485. 1485. $14.85. You are the third winner. There's the third winning address. Pick mine next, please. Oh man. Here we go. Here's the fourth winner, number 707. You know, you guys will say that you want to win. I haven't won at all yet. Winner number 4. Winner number 4. So we have 1, 2, 3. Yep, 4. One more left. Come on, why can't it be my wallet? Winner number 5. Here you go, winner number 5. How can one check to see if they are on that list? You just need to have the correct uptime for the week. So this is just all the mining addresses. I just pull these with the API that I got from CryptoWrench. And this is for all the people who will be participating in this giveaway. And then he gives me another API that I pull all of these from. So now this is for the 1.7 kilosoul hash rate. I'll do that giveaway here in a minute. But there is not as many people. There's only 1,784 different mining addresses. Let's go to runonflux.io here. Let's see how many they got. I don't even know how many nodes they have right now. Overview. See how many nodes they have. Oh wow, man, they've hit over 15,000 nodes now. Getting up there. Look at this cumulus side though, man. This side is massive. 72.7% on the cumulus side. Wow, look at this locked up supply though. This right here is, you know, could help bring the value of Flux up as well. I mean, look at that. because there's only going to be so much in circulation, right? So right now the circulating supply is about 280 million. Out of 280 million, 116 million is locked up, and it shows you how much is locked up in each one. So obviously, these take more, so because there's not as many as the Stratus nodes, but it takes more flux to make them. So very interesting. It's all wrong, Big Willie says. Yeah, you're just like, yeah, do you want me to pull your number? Oh, look at Mawat. He's pulling the numbers before I even go to it. Look at Mawat is on top of it. All right. You guys have any questions or anything like that? This is kind of an AMA style. Um, like I said, I've been doing networking stuff the last 2 days. You guys got any questions? Let me know. We're just kind of hanging out for a few more minutes. Probably in like another 10 or 15 minutes, I'll pull for the 1.7 kilosol hash rate for 48 hours to your wallet address, which will be on fluxpools.net. I can't remember off the top of my head, Steven. I'm sorry for pronouncing your last name wrong. Cesaro, Serio. Really sorry. I believe is it 95 or 97% uptime on the pool will enter you in for the miner for the $50, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But you have to keep that uptime up. So just even if you don't have all your rigs up, as long as you have one card that's on, you have to realize that the average doesn't matter. You could, let's say I have let's say I have 1 kilosol for half the day, but the other half the day I'm like maxed and I turn it off. Like who the hell who does that? Who turns off their mining? But let's just say I mine half the day at 1 kilosol, but then I leave 1 card on during the time that I turn everything else off. So even though my overall hash rate over 24 hours has diminished, I still have the uptime to the pool. So that's one way you guys could work that, right? As long as you have 1 card mining to the pool, you still have uptime to the pool. Just in case there's people out there who like to turn off their mining rigs. Talking to you, Max. Oh, I gotta quit giving him a hard time. General's gonna yell at me. I'm always just really interested to just see all these stats. Look at this. We got 6 petabytes of storage on the network of SSD storage. Look how much RAM. Almost 300 terabytes of RAM. 100,000 CPU cores. Just amazing. Hey, what's that? Hey, I am concentrating on picking your numbers. Oh. Oh yeah, it is mobile. It's very sexy on here. It's really great to see, everything that Flux has accomplished so far. It's just it's amazing. Here, I don't. Yeah, I'm not logged in right now. Yeah, Project Thunder. I am waiting very patiently for Project Thunder. Mawat, correct me if I'm wrong though. Project Thunder, they have not announced the um what should I say, the incentive for each tier, because the tiers are 20 terabyte, 50 terabyte, and 100 terabyte. Correct, Mr. Mawat? Yeah. I thought somebody, I thought I was talking. Oh, that's speculative. Okay, yeah. I thought I read that somewhere that those were the three tiers. So, you guys are gonna have to start calling him Leaky Dan from now on. uh, what Jose Santos asks, what is the minimum up speed needed? Well, Jose, that's going to depend on what type of node you're going for. If you're going just for the 1000 flux cumulus node, it is 25 megabits up. So you need 25 down and 25 up. That's where people get a little confused on. They're like, hey man, I got a gigabit going down. Well, that's great. What's your upload speed? So it has to be the same speed. Oh, for Thunder. Oh, so Project Thunder is actually aimed at not being used by SSDs, but Project Thunder is aimed at using spinning Rust, or that's what I call traditional mechanical hard drives. So it will be, you'll be able to use, like, let's say you used to mine Chia, but you don't mine it any, or okay, it's not called mining, farming Chia, whatever. But anyways, you could use those hard drives from that project, or let's say you got a bunch just laying around, right? You could throw them in there. It's gonna, now there is no exact specs on what you'll be paid or what the actual like tiers are in order to participate with Project Thunder. It has not officially been announced yet. Dog 4037, he says they are hitting me with 13 cents per kilowatt, and over 1,000 kilowatt hours in a month is 16 cents. Ooh, man. Have you tried looking into solar, Mister Dog 403070? Um, that would be an alternative that you can look into. I don't know where you live, in the world, but that could be an alternative for you. So my electric is different than most people with solar and stuff like that. Essentially, my solar company is like a power company, right? And I worked that out because I lease the equipment and I don't own it. Because the fact that it would cost me over 100 grand to do as many solar panels as I did. I have about 90 solar panels on my roof. So I have a lot of solar. I generate about 200 kilowatt hours per day during a really nice summer day. Oh, in a condo. Well, yeah, that's not going to help you right there. I mean, even 13 to 16 cents isn't really that bad. You know what I mean? If you think about it, I know everybody right now is really focused on like, hey, how much am I making today? You guys need to be thinking about what is this going to make me in 5 years from now? And if you guys are into like passive income right now, don't mind. I'll tell you that. If you're into passive income right now, don't mind. It's not going to work. Everything's negative, or you're very little to no profit. So yeah, look at Mr. Yeti here, 16 cents. So there's lots of countries that are paying 40, 50 cents, even more than that in the world for power, right? So the so 16 cents isn't really that bad. Yes, from a profitability of making money, you're not making anything right now. But yeah. So how I look at everything right now is I'm not cashing out any crypto. The only crypto I've cashed out, I've actually just swapped, was my ETH. I swapped all of my ETH into Flux. That's the only thing I've done, and I haven't sold any of that, and I don't plan to. So, to me, it's a very, very long-term game. I don't think anytime soon, even within the next year to 2 years, maybe two, I would say at least a year for sure, that passive income mining, it just won't be there. So I think we're gonna phase out a lot of those people who were, into that scene. Hey, I'm gonna make a couple $100 every day, mine and ETH. Yeah, all those fanboys, they're all jumping off the ship right now. Big Wooly asked, "Did you get accepted as an officer for?" No. So Wooly, I've been doing networking all day, and then I had a business call with the my partners at Terra. So we did that, and then I went live right now. So I have not had any time today yet to check on that, but I did put an application in for the police force on the Oxa, and I did watch the first training video. So he said to reach out to him when I was done. So I got to check in back with him today about that. So I still have to see if he DM'd me back. I don't believe he did, but I think I should be able to get in. I mean, come on, man. I'm the mining king. I put these guys on. How are they going to say no to me? Max Voltage says, my electric rate for October was 6.9 cents. Well, that's pretty cheap, Mac. My mining electric rate is a bit lower than that. Some can mine at a profitable. Yeah. No, I mean, if you want to play the profit game, you can. And I understand if people can't mine at a loss, like I am, right? I'm footing the electric bill. I'm paying every penny of it. But that's just because I believe later down the road that this investment, you know what I mean, will pay itself back, right? And then some. So it depends on how much you're willing to risk. But I think crypto in general is a risk itself. Steven says, I sold ETH to buy more GPUs, but not a lot. Only maybe one. I still have 2.5 ETH left. Yeah, I had about, like four, what was it, four something ETH? Maybe less. I think it was like 3.7 I had left, and I traded it all. All in the Flux, man. All of it. No ETH for me, man. I'm done supporting that project. Catch you later. Oh, hey, how you doing there, Puddles? Welcome in, man. Here, check on the chat here. Here, how far? We're at about almost 50 minutes here. All right, guys. So the next drawing will be for the 1.7 kilosoul hash rate. This is for 48 hours. So you get 2 days of almost 2 kilosouls at your mining address. So just make sure I'm... Okay, that is not the right one. This is the right one, Mike King. What are you doing? 1,784. Gotta change your number. 1,784. All right. Here we go. Lucky winner is the Mining King address. Oh, 1181. Mr. 1181. See here, Mr. 1181. You are the lucky winner for 1.7 kilosouls for 48 hours. That's still not me. That's the incorrect address, Willie. I think Yeti's thinking the same thing. He's like, damn it, King, that's not my address. Hey, I still haven't won this thing at all, man, and I've been mining this pool forever. Uh, I do think it's great though that Flux Pools is giving away so much and trying to give back to everybody. Now, I don't know if you guys are mining Neoxa or not, but um, put a Neoxa. They also have a Neoxa pool as well. So, and they give loyalty on this as well. So, for 1 gigahash, they'll give you up to 1,000 Neoxa capped. So, I was mining to this for a while. I am mining some other coins right now that I'm specking on. But when I do mine Neoxa, I do mine on this pool, and it's great. So think about that. If you have a gigahash, which is essentially like 2 gigahash of ETH, because it's on Kapow, you'll have an extra 1,000 Neoxa every day. So just think about that. If you mine Neoxa to this pool for a year, that's 365,000 Neoxa that they would give you for free to mine to them. Just to kind of put that in perspective. Jose Santos asks, what wallet do I use? What wallet do I use for Neoxa? So unfortunately, I know Flux Labs has partnered with Neoxa, and they have like the Fiox, or I'm not even talk right now. Neoxa node on the Flux network, but they have not come out with actively supporting Neoxa like in the Zelcore wallet yet. I'm still waiting for that, and I think everybody else is too. So the only wallet that I use for Neoxa is their core wallet, which I hate it so much. Oh, thank you, Mawat. Yes, it's coming soon. I know, yeah, it just hasn't been announced yet. So that will be huge because I don't know if other people are like me, but I've had some not great experiences with core wallets. You know what I mean? So I would prefer not to use them. I do know why they're that most new coins. That's usually what they start with is a core wallet, and it's just part of the deal that you go with being a new coin. So. Yeah, dude, the sync time on that. I actually run my core wallets um on my VMs and stuff like that. So I just leave the VM on, man. And I just let it stay synced. So I'd rather just do it that way. Yeah, the sync sometimes like syncing on core wallets is awful. Um there was one time I think I had to redo my Neoxa and it took like a day. I don't know what was going on. I restarted it a few times. It just wouldn't connect to any of the peers. I don't know why, but it took me a day to like catch up to the blockchain. So yeah, it was really long. So I hate core wallets. Yeah, I mean, I get the core wallets. I think that they're easy for developers to set up, right? So that's what they, deploy. But to me, it's just like if you spent a lot of time developing your project, I think you need to spend even more time developing your wallet, right? Because that's what the end user, me and everyone else, that's what we're going to use. You want to make that experience as easy and user friendly as possible, right? Like something really nice to look at, something easy to use, because that's how you're going to get your users, right? If something's difficult or it's like confusing or it's a headache, they're like, man, I don't even want to deal with this thing. Just throw it in the trash. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, so the only way that you'll end up being able to use Neoxa on the ledger, which would be similar to Ravencoin, which would be the Electrum wallet. So essentially, it wouldn't be stored on the ledger. Essentially, the ledger would be like a key, right? Like in order to use your wallet, you would have to unlock it with your ledger. so it's sort of okay, I guess. I don't like the Electrum wallet either. I think it's garbage. But that's just me. Yeah, there's lots of core wallets. There's like Raptorium, Bitorium, Neoxa, Meowcoin. Any core wallet like that that's on those algorithms, they're all core wallets. And I can't stand them. But yeah, if you guys are mining Neoxa, man, just think about that. That's some free Neoxa you guys mine to their pool. It is neoxa.fluxpools.net. And it's up to 1,000 Neoxa for 1 gigahash of hash rate. So just kind of keep that in mind when if you guys are mining Neoxa. Well, we're coming up on the hour mark. If you guys have any more last minute questions, go ahead and at me in the chat. I know Hawks, he's streaming right now. I'm streaming right now. I just didn't want it to get too late. I do this every Friday. I do try to get it early, but it's just been really busy the last couple of weeks. So I will try to make it a little bit earlier in the day for everybody. Well, I don't see any more questions in the chat. Chat's really not moving a whole lot. So, giveaways are all done. So congratulations to all the winners. All right, we got one last question. Here we go. I don't know how to pronounce your name, so I'm not going to try. He asks, hi, currently I'm mining at Hero Miner. I have a future parallel asset balance. If I switch my mining ring to Flux Pool for future parallel assets, yes, you should still receive your parallel asset even if you move to a new pool. That is correct. So just when those parallel assets end up getting unlocked, they should just automatically pay to your wallet from what you were previously mining from. So just whatever wallet address you're using at Hero Miner, just make sure you still use that address. Yep, no problem. All right, guys. Congratulations to all the winners. I will see you guys next Friday. And remember, this is the Mining King giving you the most hashes, and I'll see you next time.